I'm assuming because everyone else was afraid to do anything, and he made it in and out alive.
Yes. So
wow.
The Israelis know that it's real, that it's there, but they don't know what to do.
Goodness. Okay, so what are we seeing here?
So this is the entrance to the Garden Tomb grounds. This is a very significant area. This is the Protestant location, you could say, of Jesus' burial site. And inside is the tomb of Christ. His feet would have been placed to the right, and then his head to the left. They had to carve out the feet area because he was apparently taller than Joseph of Arimathea.
Oh, interesting.
This is like 6 feet 4 inches in length right here. And then this is where you exit the tomb. This is the exact place where Jesus walked. It's a tremendous opportunity to be able to walk out of this cave,
wow.
tomb. You can actually walk out where Jesus walked out triumphantly. This is the best place to go on earth. It's incredible.
And this is unlike a lot of other archaeological sites that are made up or supposed or assumed. There's enough evidence to suggest that this is the real one.
Yes. The ceiling stone or rolling stone, we're told in the Bible, was a great stone, and it was found over at the site we'll see shortly was the crucifixion site. It was moved over there and incorporated with the crucifixion area. So the local Christians knew this was the crucifixion site and the tomb of Christ. So here in front of the tomb, we see a cutout area where early Christians would have done foot washings, service of humility. And so this is an image of Mr. Wyatt. He was the one who found the crucifixion area we're going to see, found the Ark of the Covenant. And if you head back to the further areas of the garden, away from the actual tomb, you'll come to an area where Mr. Wyatt was walking with a gentleman, head of the Jerusalem Antiquities Authority for the Jerusalem area in 1978, and Ron's arm was lifted up, and God put these words in his mouth. There's Jeremiah's grotto, and the Ark of the Covenant is in there. And this is a spot Mr. Wyatt pointed to, a trash heap next to this rock escarpment.
Wow.
And he was puzzled. Why did I say, those words? But the Israeli authority official said that they would provide him a place to stay, they would give him a permit, provide his food. And so in 1979, the next year, he started the excavation for the Ark of the Covenant. And these are the words, there's Jeremiah's grotto, and the Ark of the Covenant is in there. So this is an image of Mr. Wyatt digging. The excavation started in 79, and in 1982 is when he actually found the cave. Now here's some of the group there helping him with the excavation. A lot of people volunteered for the dig for the Ark. He'd actually dug 2 tunnels. The first tunnel, he made it into the cave in 1982, January 6th. And then around 1989, 1990, he finished the second tunnel. So digging 2 tunnels, if you're a fraud, all you need is 1 tunnel. But he felt like some of the temple furnishings needed to come out. And he dug a second tunnel that was more direct, a better tunnel getting to the Ark cave, spent a lot of money on that. And so... Big
enough to drag out some of the items.
Yes.
Which he never did, incidentally.
Right. He understood later that things were not coming out.
Was that just for reasons of keeping things holy and leave it alone? Or what was the reason he didn't bring it out?
Well, originally the things... there were a lot of stones packed in this cave with the temple furnishings. And in his 4th visit, that we'll see in a video here, that everything was cleaned out and everything was placed in order, in orderly fashion. The angels or God arranged everything neatly. And so he felt like, hey, this is a permanent arrangement, and that things would not be coming out.
He dare not touch it.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So here's an image of Mr. Wyatt in one of the tunnels, squeezing through. There were chimneys going up and chimneys going down and sliding across a board, a 40-foot chasm below.
Oh, goodness.
And so the first tunnel, very precarious, 100 feet in length. But
did he dig all of these, or did he find tunnels, dig a little bit and find a tunnel and followed it? What was
there were
the
some
process?
Naturally carved out of the limestone that could allow you to go a little further, and created some additional routes for him to go down and he didn't know exactly where underground to look. It was just a matter of exploring and digging through the rock and so forth. But during the excavation, he found these cutouts in the rock, cutouts in the rock face. This is where the signs were placed: Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews, at Jesus' crucifixion. And this may have also been placed on the cross itself. But these were large public signs for people traveling through the area to see what was going on here, who was being crucified.
Right, because the Romans were very public about that. They wanted to put their crucifixions on a main road so that no one would dare mess with the Romans.
Intimidation, yes. That's part of their plan. This is another image of the cutouts. Mr. Wyatt here with one of his sons who helped with the early excavation.
And I guess the cutouts were, and with the signs, were like an ancient billboard.
Yes.
That this is what this person did,
right,
and let it be known that you'll be humiliated if you do the same.
The name and what they're guilty of, you know. So, and during the excavation, this is Mr. Wyatt's photo, he was able to locate the cross hole. This is the cross hole of Christ.
So this is a center. Now he found, correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard this where he found 3, and this is the center one.
Yes, this is the center one, and it's in the bedrock. But there have been some other photos kind of passed around previously, but this is the correct one here. This is the image taken by Mr. Wyatt.
Now, is there a crack that we see there in the bottom? Is that what that is?
That's actually the handle of a crowbar.
Oh, okay.
In the bottom area there. But so when he first found the cutouts and the cross hole, and then later he made it into the cave and found here the cave was in a stone box, and there were a lot of stones packed in there on top of the temple furnishings. Underneath the stones were animal skins and, and boards, but they were protecting the temple furnishings. So Mr. Wyatt crawled in there and saw the sarcophagus. It was like a stone box holding the Ark of the Covenant. And inside, this is an image of it again, inside the box was the Ark of the Covenant.
Did he try to photograph it? Did he?
At that moment, he could not get into it, but his next trip in there, he drilled a hole in the side of the stone box and put in a little camera. He could see the Ark of the Covenant inside of there with that. So, yeah. And then inside the cave, he saw the original entrance by Jeremiah's men. Jeremiah's men hid the Ark of the Covenant in this cave when the Babylonian army had surrounded Jerusalem in 586 BC. They didn't want, of course, the Ark to be destroyed by the Babylonians or taken away, so God had it hidden in this chamber. And this is the entrance here that Jeremiah's men used to bring the Ark in here. And
Michael pays attention to this as well with the great secret of Solomon's temple, which is how the Ark of the Covenant was taken out of the temple and then whisked away to this location very secretly. You can look at that too.
Yes. So yes, it was taken down into Zedekiah's cave and then brought up a tunnel underground to this current location, a cave about 40 feet underground.